Hi guys, and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. We're going to just do a brief technical analysis here on XRP. Nothing too strenuous. So guys, as we get into it, if you like it, hit the like button. I appreciate that. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, tap the bell, and all that kind of good stuff, and you won't miss another XRP update. Right, with all that said, done, let's get on with some TA for XRP. Right, so here we are with the weekly chart. This is XRP to the USDT. Binance is the data source. Now, last week we saw a surge of about 78% for XRP, a nice strong candle to the upside, taking out many resistance lines. We've actually seen this week a 17% pullback and a slight recovery from there as well. Currently trading at the point of recording this video at $1.18. We've got some interesting discovery and resistance and support lines to discuss with you in this brief XRP update, guys. We can obviously see that we have the Fibonacci retracement tool. The price expectations for the remaining bull run is looking like we're going to be towards that kind of $13 to $16 price range right at the top here. On the 3.618 extension level is a nice interesting area for me personally. Obviously, with that being said, depending on what goes on with the SEC Ripple lawsuit, we could see price surges way above this. It really depends on what goes on there, what kind of clarity comes as a result of a settlement maybe. So on this weekly chart, we can see the stochastic relative strength index has corrected nicely. It is no longer oversold. It is moving up in line with our strong candle that we had last week. But obviously, nothing moves in straight lines. We have to anticipate pullbacks as well. So again, we are looking to see some form of I guess, small pullback to allow these corrections on these technical indicators to then allow us to continue the growth to the upside as we surge up towards those really strong all-time high levels for XRP. So let's actually just jump down into the daily chart. Here we can see the Fibonacci retracement tool. This actually runs from the high of the 18th of May through to the low that was down here on the 22nd of June. This actually then shows us where our resistance points are right now. And this is actually really interesting. So if I zoom in here, and you can see that we find the resistance all around the 618, the 702, and the 786. And these are the areas that we often talk about with these yellow box areas that we mark up as major resistance blocks, right? This is where the work really happens, right? This is the major block for us. And once we're past here, we should start to see pretty decent price surges for XRP. This is the most logical space that we're going to see a correction and a pullback from, okay? And this is where many of the altcoins are now getting to right now. So good surge to the upside, but looking at rejection, looking for a good support line. At the moment, we've seen XRP actually pull back, right? That 17% brings it down towards that 50% retracement zone. And we are finding that the 618 is a resistance line right now. So I would anticipate that we would potentially fall back a little bit lower, just trying to find some interesting support lines. I don't think we're going to slip below $1 again. I think there's going to be too much resistance on that journey, but I do think we're going to see a pullback before we actually get into this yellow box area again, and then obviously surge above it, right? Because ultimately, this is going to be the main area for the bull run. This is where the most of the work's going to happen before we go into price discovery mode. So once we get above that $1.45 and get that weekly closed candle in that position, we'll be in a pretty strong position to continue building to the upside. Now, the pullback is going to be due because we are obviously overbought, and obviously you need to see some kind of profits being taken from day traders, etc. So we are looking for a pullback. Timing is going to be the hardest thing. It could be this week, it could be next week, it could be the week after that. It's really difficult to actually tell you time. But what is interesting is that we are looking to see a correction with these indicators, and it's pretty much all altcoins are looking for this same kind of correction. And nothing moves up in straight lines. They do have to have these corrections, and history has shown this for us as well, right? So we take a look when we had surges to the upside like this, we had this pullback for 1 week, and then we continue the surge back to the upside a few weeks later, right? That is the kind of correction that we are looking for on this particular time scale as well, right? We're looking for surges up and pullbacks. Nothing moves in straight lines. So we are looking to continue that motion to the upside there. Now, when we actually pull this down into our hourly view, here we can see how we've kind of been tracking down in a downward trend here as we kind of broke or found the resistance up at the 702, found support on 618. 618 didn't hold, it became resistance, and now we're tumbling back down. And what we can tell here is, there's basically a downward trend line on this hourly that's also overbought in line with our daily. We are looking to potentially just bring this down towards our 50% retracement zone. This will be a pretty strong and interesting area of support for us. We need to back test on this. Testing this area as a support line would be good. Also, we obviously have the $1.07 as well to pull back to before we can actually then really go and have a good surge back to the upside and really think about this yellow box area and getting that closed candle just above here. But if you're ever in doubt, guys, it's always important to zoom out. Ultimately, you know, as a long-term investor, those hourlies and those dailies, they're great to understand what's going on here and now, but do not act emotionally on them. Obviously, have an understanding as to where we are going longer term. And for XRP, we are obviously talking about going up towards these nice levels of $13.50, $16 range, and maybe even above and beyond that, depending on what goes on with the SEC and Ripple's lawsuit. So don't get too focused down on those smaller timeframes. Do pay attention to what's going on with the weekly, the monthly, and have a bigger view. The macro view is where things really matter as we talk about the bull run ending at the end of the year. Guys, if you found this a brief update for XRP useful, informative, then do go ahead and hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you're new, then subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and you will not miss another XRP update. Guys, with this said, done, and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.